Okay, so P3D is interesting right now. It is tanking like there's no tomorrow. Let's take a look at the chart if I can bring it up. Let's see if it comes up here. Look at that beautifulness. So this is the 1 hour chart. Look at that amazingness. So if you look at 15-minute chart, red. It looks like it might be leveling out though. 5-minute chart. Oh, popped up right here just for a little bit and it continued to go down. Looks like it might be slowing down. 1-minute chart. Fascinating. 6-hour chart. And 1-day chart. And it's still dropping. Now the good news is I got in like quite a ways. Let's see where we at. I'm not sure how to see that. Let's see if I can bring up the. This is the chart, but let's see if I can get back to the exchange. This is the main interface to the blockchain, and I'm not going to be able to probably get this. It's been going super slow because so many people are accessing it. So people are like, the website's down. What do you do? Well, there's another interface that you can get to. The blockchain's not going down. You'd have to shut down the internet. The website just accesses the blockchain, but you can always go to the blockchain directly. And it's going to take a while, so it may not come up. I'm not going to do this yet. Here's the main interface, by the way. I pulled this up ahead of time. If you are into P3OD, I'm sorry, P3. If you're into P3D, I would encourage you to write this down in case you need access to it. But this is like just another interface hosted on GitHub. And so this is, by the way, check this out. Because of all the selling, I normally get $4 to $6, $7 in a 24-hour time period. I reinvested this morning. Since this morning at somewhere around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, since this morning, I've gotten $20 worth of Ether. And Ether price has been going down. I've gotten $20 worth of Ether. So I've got another, it doesn't show it here, but it's going to be another 2 tokens, probably 2 and some change. So I'll be at 85, which is awesome. So whenever this thing turns back around, assuming it turns back around, a lot of people are panic selling to, hence proof of weak hands, who's got the strongest hands. Let me tell you something. I don't have enough money in here to be worried about that. I mean, yeah, I've got, $500 or $600 in value here, but if something happens, okay, that's not the end of the world. I've got bigger problems than that. So we'll just continue to see what happens. I may reinvest tonight. If I take a look at it, it looks like it's going to level off. The 1 minute doesn't show red. If it looks like it's going to level off or bounce up actually, then I'll reinvest. And it's okay. I mean, I'll wait to reinvest if I need to. Maybe I won't reinvest. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to wait to see. I'm not going to sell. I promise you I'm not going to sell. There's no need to sell. I mean, if it went to 0, I probably wouldn't sell, to be honest with you, just because I never intended to sell my main tokens. My plan is to reinvest it to get to about $10,000 in value before I ever consistently pull any Ether out. And then at that point, I'll determine how much I want to reinvest, how much I want to grow. But I'm going to get it to $10,000 in value. And I'm just going to do it, a little bit at a time, reinvest a little bit at a time, add to it, each month or whatever. Looking back, I kind of wish I had just put 10,000 in. And if I wanted to just cash out my ETH balance each day, I sort of wish I would have done that maybe, but I didn't. So it's okay. Hindsight's 20/20. I tell you what, I'm glad that yesterday I considered, I've got about $100, $120 or so that I'm going to put in, and I almost did it last night. I've got to move it. It's going to take a couple of days to get it to my wallet, and I haven't moved it yet. Kind of procrastinated, and I almost did it last night because I thought, you know what, this thing's getting ready to skyrocket, all these modern moves. And today I almost did a video talking about, the first part of the day today, there wasn't a whole lot of dividends, wasn't a whole lot of action. This all came from basically someone started spreading some rumors. Somebody started saying the contract's going to get hacked, and they put it on a popular forum. They found an error, but people have already looked at the contract, and supposedly the rumor is that that's not correct. I don't know. I don't read code. I'm not too worried about it. We're going to see. I can tell you that when I got into this thing, we were down below 2,000 in the contract, 2,000 Ether in the contract. So we went from a high of 19,000 in the contract all the way down to almost just under 12,000 in the contract. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow and overnight. Here's the daily chart. I don't think it's bad that it's come down. It's just when it comes down so sharp. But hey, it went up sharp. So I'm not too worried. Again, I've always said this space is risky. Don't invest what you're not willing to lose. And if you're one of those people that you're emotional, like, holy crap, I need to sell. There's a lot of people trying to sell and get in later. I think if you believe in the project, it's kind of a game. It's proof of weak hands. You have weak hands if you're selling. You got to prove that you don't have weak hands. If you're selling right now, to get back in, you're going to end up paying 20%. That's a lot. So you're going to sell now, lose 10%. You're going to buy back in later for 10%. And when you buy in for that 10%, you automatically know before you can sell, you got to pay the 10% going out. So it's almost like a 30%. To sell and get out, trying with the intention of getting in later, you've got to overcome basically a 30% spread. I don't think people are like, I'm going to sell out and get in lower. Well, that's okay as long as you're able to sell at the top and you're going to get into the bottom, because 30% is a big spread. There's more than 30% gap here, I believe. Yeah. But you've got to be able to take advantage of most of that. You've got to overcome the 30% spread and then earn profits. So, and as proof of weak hands grows bigger and bigger, I think it's going to be more and more stable as more people get into the contract. It's going to be more and more stable. So we shall see, but this is fascinating. This is a great social experience. It's an experiment. It's fun to see people panicking a little bit, and it's going to be interesting to see how how overall it responds. I think this is how the community overall responds. I think this is good though, because a lot of people they were under the belief that, oh, if the value drops, then I'm getting all these dividends, so there's really no way to lose. Well, that's only if it continues to go back up. People have seen, I've lost about $100, maybe just over $100 in the value of my account today alone. Yeah, I've got dividends, but the dividends don't make up for the token value lost. Now, here's where it's cool. If I don't sell, I'm going to I've got dividends from all this selling today. I got a lot of dividends, and the value of my tokens will go back up eventually if the project remains stable, as I think that it will. Is going to go back up. And when it goes back up, guess what? Not only did I maintain the value because I didn't sell my tokens, but I also earned all those dividends when the price went down and as it goes back up because people are buying. That's what's unique about this. And I think that's going to be what makes P3AOD so incredible. Let me see. I was going to reinvest, but if it's not leveled out completely, yeah, I'm not going to reinvest yet. I want to start seeing some green. And if it jumps up super high, that's okay. Last thing I want to do is reinvest when I think it's the bottom, and it's not really the bottom if I can help it. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you're just sitting on the sidelines, just sit and be entertained. If you're getting in this, who knows, maybe this is a good time to get in. At least the prices come back some. Either way, thank you so much for watching my videos.